Yes, friends. In this video, we will discuss time with using of particular functionality, how to return the time, how to return with this format, how to useful this format, how to work with this time, date and time format. That will the more efficient how to work this format. This is more efficient and how to work it. We will discuss in this lecture. What do you mean by the first is date? If I am written the now, it will return date and time also. But in a some format, some when we are export the data at someone else place, then the data is different. So it will be considered as a different data. So now we will discuss with the time with the using of date and time functionality. Okay, then we will share my screen. You have to now check the Excel file. In this Excel file, you have to different data. For example, this is my system generated data. This is not a particular value generated data. We cannot put anything. This is all are the system attendance. System define this attendance, but make sure that what is you mean by the time. First, we will discuss the time functionality. Then we will discuss the another functionality. Here you can see that this is all are the format and more number of format. And the more number of format, one data is time. It will be conclude that yes. It's a time function. This is all are the time functionality English US. This is total number of functionality. This is English US. Different functionalities available from your side. When we are using from this functionality, we can put out the value here. Now, this is a auto sum we'll discuss in the previous session. More and the we will have the time functionality. We will have the time functionality. Yes. In this functionality, we have the different command. We have go for the AutoSum functionality, then mode function, then go for the time function. Most recently use this function, and here is the date and time function. This is all are the date function. Time, hours, minutes, second. It will be converted the time, hours, minutes, second. This is a considered as a serial number as a second. Time value, the time next value, we will consider as a next value. Weekend, week number, work day, INTL. Here, this is all are the time functionality. We will use this time functionality on the basis of this functionality. For example, we will in this functionality we will discuss all the time functionalities. So we will use this functionality on the basis of this one. Second, time value, time. It will be return the hours, minutes, second, time value. Return the time into the text. Convert a text time to the Excel series for the time number value. Hours, minutes, and second. Today, weekday. Here is a today, weekday. All other functionalities available here. This is all are the time value. It will be considered the time value on the basis of this one. So make sure that we will use this functionality. For example, hours, minutes, and second. For example, 5 hours, 30 minutes, 125 seconds. It's a 5:30 p.m. Consider as a. If I'm writing down here is a 23. This is AM and PM timing, 24 hours timing. You have to consider this 24 hours time on the basis of this time value. If I'm writing here 29, if I'm writing here 21, 9:30 p.m. Now you have clear about the time. Now the time value, time about the text. Consider the time about the text. For example, we will phrase that one. Here we will write down 2:40 a.m. First is what do you mean by the time value? Time value is a time functionality. It will be considered as a time text. It will when we are writing down in the time value, it's a time text functionality. Here we will be write down 2:40 a.m. decimal part of the day from the time of 0. 0.1. 22 August 0:35 a.m. decimal part of the day for the time is converted to textual value. For example, here we will write down 2:34 p.m. It will be considered as a decimal part, textual part of the data. It is considered that as a text string, repeated time of the Microsoft Excel 6:40 p.m. and 18.45 text string with quotation marks of repeated time. This is called as a time value. Decimal parts of for time. This is a time text. Okay. Now attendance period. This is my attendance. It will be directly generated with the system. Generated with the system. So name, ID, status. This is all at the date 15/5, 16/5, 17/5. Now you have to see that this is all at the row wise data. This is number of present, number of absent, number of tracking, duration, auto punch out. This is all are the data. Then Bhavi Panchal, this is all are the data. Number of days, this is date, absent, present, late, tracking, duration, total number of duration you work, auto punch out, automatically punch out. This is all are the functionality. We will provide this functionality. This is punch out functionality. Okay. Now we will clear about this functionality, auto punch out functionality. So this is all at the date. We will consider this date on the basis of this one. Now, how it is clear about this functionality? Name, ID, status, date. This all are the functionality. Now this is row wise data. If I am checking that this is a system generated, yes, system generated value is automatically over 56 and 16 value. This is a total duration working. Total duration working is 10 hours and 15 minutes. This is all are the total duration. But if we match this value is particularly fixed or perfect value or not at that time, what can I want this value? This is a particularly number format? No, this is not a number format. How it is? This is a time format, number format. How it is recognized that? How we can recognize this value on the basis of this one? First, you can see that this is all at the general format. This is called general format. We will generally return this value on the basis of this one. This is not a particularly time format. This is not a time format because this is a in a home tab. This is called number format in the general. Now it will be convert to the time format first. If I'm convert here the time format, there is a different time format is available. All are the time format. If I'm go, this is not a particular type. But if I'm go here and will consider as HN hours and minute format. You can see this is also not convert this format into hours and minutes. So this is a very difficult from your side. We will convert to the particular format. Yes. If here we will convert to the particular format with using of enter and tab. This is time format. How it is known as a this is a time format because all the text come from the right hand side. Whenever date comes from the right hand side, it is right. If it is left hand side, this is wrong. You know about that, the date functionality. If the time is coming from the right hand side, then it's okay. Otherwise, else it will be converted as a now it is okay. So we will create the functionality on the basis of one click. We'll enter and click this format. This is all are the enter and click format. Now, sorry. Now it is clear we will when we are enter and tab format, it will be converted to as a time format. But it will be not. This is a only 15 date data. If we have 13 dates data, then all the places tab and enter. This is very time consuming. For example, if our data is a simple data, this is general data, then what we have a problem. If we have a putting this value, control C, then we have a transpose this value. Now we have a transpose this value. Now we have a create a total for this one. For example, it will create an error because this is a total of the time number. So, but obviously this is a create an error. It will be considered as an error. So make sure that at that place, every place, this is a value will be changed. This is a change the value. Now this will be written as a 00. Now it is create an error. So if the time is particular fixed format of the time, then you can create the total. Otherwise, else you cannot create the total on the basis of this one. We cannot cross verify for this value on the basis of this one. So now we will delete this value. Now first we will enter and tap this value. This is a very time consuming. Every places you have to put out enter and tap because now we will convert this time into the simple time. copy this value. This is Control C, copy the data. Now this is all are the value about 16. Now we will transpose this value. Okay. Now we want to total this value. Now it will be convert at a 54.3654 is a hours, 36 it's a minute. But every place is enter and tough. Enter and tab. This is a very tough situation from your side. Whenever the data is the biggest data, at that moment it is a very created as an error, right? So at that time you have to first put out this value on the basis of enter and tab value. So you want to create this value on the basis of enter and tab. Now, what is another way? This is Control Z basically. What do you mean by the another way? How we will put out this value on the single click with using of without using of enter and tab? What can we do if without using of enter and tab? Now you will be consider first. This is all are the value. You have to copy this value and transpose this value. Copy and transpose this all are the value. Then what can we do in this format? How it is considered as this format is a first we will manually write down 0.32, right? It will be considered as 0.32. If you are considered as a 202.36, 03.03, right? 3 hours and 3 minutes. Now you will be select this one, go for the data tab. Yes, in the data tab one command is flash fill, but flash fill is not available here in the 2010. 2016 flash fill option is available. At the using of flash fill, you have to put out this value and simply drag this value. So you have to do this parameter with using of flash fill. What do you mean by the flash fill? If this is available from this, no, flash fill is not available here. If I am using this format painter, then we will use this format painter also here. We cannot do the format painter also. One option is a flash fill in a available in a Excel 2016 option. In a Excel 2016, this is the flash fill option. This will be particular we will do when you can use this value on the basis of you can drag the value. So we will on the basis of flash fill functionality, we can use the easily put out the value with using of this functionality. We will check this functionality. Wait for a minute. We will check this functionality. Flash fill functionality. What do you mean by the flash fill functionality? Here we will write down Jai Jai Srivastav, yeah, Jai Shastri. Then you have to write down first in a full name, second in a full name. That flash flip functionality is automatically come with, but this functionality is only using from when we are using from Excel 2016, 13, 19. At that time, first it will be need the pattern. For example, here is a name, NEBL learning. First, it will be show the pattern. If in the first cell you have to write down NED, Margot. This is the Margot first text. You have to write down this value and drag this functionality. So automatically flash fill functionality is working with this functionality. This is show the first the pattern, and then after it will be write down the pattern with using of flash fill functionality. This is the example of flash fill. So you have to do with flash fill functionality. You have to press the enter on the flash fill functionality. So you can do anything with using of the flash fill functionality. So in our example, that is also one. This is a flash fill functionality. First, you will be convert to this time. Second, it will be convert to the time. Then drag the functionality, enter the functionality. First, select this value, go for the data tab, one functionality flash fill is available. Then drag this functionality. Then you can use this functionality with using of all the time will be simultaneously manner. Yes, we have a 2016 also. So we can do with this functionality with using of flash fill, but we have to first understand what is the meaning of the flash fill functionality. So we have to do this functionality on the basis of flash fill. So we can do this functionality by using a flash fill. So you can do anything with using a flash fill functionality by putting the value. So now you have to clear about what do you mean by the flash fill functionality. Otherwise, every places you have to place the enter and then tab, enter and tab. When we are pressing the enter, then tab, at that time it is considered as when we use the flash tab functionality. In the next video, we will definitely use the flash fill functionality in the practical, but now you have to clear idea about the flash fill. So only press the enter here, first and second value you have to write down, only press the cursor here, then do the flash data tab and flash fill is automatically coming this functionality with using the flash fill functionality. Now you have to clear about the flash fill functionality. So you have a no doubt about the flash fill functionality. This is the command of the refresh. Yes, refresh command is very useful. When in the next video we will discuss with the pivot table also. At that time, refresh functionality, the shortcut key of the refresh is F9. We will use this shortcut key by using the functionality. So make sure that all the shortcut key you know about this shortcut key. So you have to clear idea about the shortcut key. This is a refresh all. When we create the refresh all the data is refreshed. Particularly pivot table, uh, we will discuss in the PPT pivot table data, particularly find out it's a cache memory. So at that time, cache we can find out the data on the cache memory. All the data we will using from refresh. All the data we will using from the refresh. So at that time, we will use the refresh functionality. So we will use the F9 refresh all functionality. Here is a refresh all functionality. So we will use the refresh all functionality with using of this data. So all the data in the cache, this is a refresh all the data. If I'm using this view command, for example, formula bar is not coming. This is a formula bar. Some part, some data, here you can see that sometimes here is a data. Always when we are click on this data, then click on this data, then the home tab functionality is not available. At that moment we want to use this functionality, so all the format is same as it is. In some places this functionality is available on the right hand side, in some places this is available on the left hand side. So make sure that you will be use this functionality on the left or right side. You have to manage this functionality, otherwise else everyone places you have to click here. If this functionality is not available, then everyone places you have to click here, and then functionality is open, then use this functionality. Otherwise else you cannot use this functionality with using of this one. So we will use this functionality on the basis of particulars. So we will home tab, insert tab, page layout, formula, data, review, view, developer, all the functionalities available here. Now, what do you mean by the next functionality? If I'm using this insert and watermark, for example, license name, license code. If I'm this is yes, this is K12 functionality, so we have to put out the license here, so we cannot use this license. So I cannot put the functionality of K2 functionality. Yes, we have to definitely signature line and object is available. We can do the signature line, header, footer, and all this functionality. So we have to do the signature line. For example, I have put it here the signature, signature title, suggest signature, signature image, suggest signature is A at the rate 123 is my signature. Then okay, you have to put out this file as a signature protected file. Now you can use this file with this signature. So you have to use this signature on the basis of this file. This file is protected file. If I'm putting here the picture, then sign, go for the selected image, capture.png, select this image. This is image is selected, sign by. Then now you can see that this is a signature is coming. Now you cannot edit, delete, update anything in your Excel file because here it's a signature file. So this is a protect file. You cannot do anything with your Excel file. This is a very protected file with using of Excel. Now you cannot add this. If you want to add the anything, you can remove the signature. So make sure that any Excel file without the signature, at that time you have to clear about that this Excel file is not particular safe file. For example, XYZ person is sending the file to me. At that time, if I have some doubts, if I have some doubts, whenever the file is coming from me, it's not a protected file. It's a without your image file. It means that someone has corrupted with this file, corruption with this file. So we have to now the idea that this file is not particularly safe file. So any file is without signature image, without particular image, so that file is not particularly safe file. So we want to use this file with using of this one. If I'm using edit anyway this file. If control S save this file, otherwise else we have to change this file. Now we will control S and open this file in the next time. Open the file on the next time. At that time, this is a signature, but you can see image is not available because you are added the file. So signature is now not available. Okay, friends. Next video we will discuss the flash fill. Flash fill you have to idea about the flash fill, but we have discussed with example. And in this example, we will also implement this file. So we have to clear idea. Okay, friends. Thank you.